Hey guys, Mr. B here again, bringing another math video. This is an extension to the last video I just made on finding the limit involving the conjugate. So this is just like a slightly harder example. So again, thing you have to remember if you didn't watch the last video is that these are all indeterminate form. So 0 over 0. So if I use direct substitution and sub it in here, I get 0 over 0, which means I can't tell. I can't tell what the limit is, so I need to do something else to this guy to be able to do it. So anytime you have a root involved, generally the answer is conjugate. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the conjugate of this guy. So all the conjugate is I take the part that has the root in it, so the top part in this case, and I multiply it by the conjugate. So the conjugate, all it does is change the sign between the two terms. So notice I don't change the sign that's underneath the root sign. So this is like my first term, this is my second term, and all I do is change it from a subtract to a plus. And then I multiply the bottom as well. 4 plus 8. So this looks kind of messy, but actually it's going to work out fairly nice. The thing about the conjugate, and I mentioned this in my other videos, is you only have to worry about first last. This technically is two binomials, so it would be FOIL under normal circumstances. But where it's the conjugate, all I have to worry about is FLA, first and last. So 4 times 4 is 16. 16, and then we basically, when we multiply two roots that are exactly the same, the only difference is there's a minus, so I put a subtract sign between them. You just get what's underneath the root sign. So anything I want to be careful of is I want to make sure that I put brackets around this. And then the bottom part, the part that's not the conjugates, I don't touch. I leave alone until I absolutely have to. Alright, so next step is, I'm going to sneeze, is I go ahead, I don't know why this changed it to 0, it should be 2. Hopefully that didn't confuse you. Is I go ahead and simplify this top part. So I have 16 subtract 8, so that's 8. And then that's minus 4. And then I have 10 minus 5, x all over 4 plus, well, I'm missing a plus sign here, 4x plus 8. Getting a little sloppy here tonight, guys. Alright, so, I'm fighting a little bit of a cold. So now I need to do some factoring. So I have a common factor here of 4. I also have a common factor here of 5. So I'm going to factor out a 4 at the top, and I get left with 2 minus x. And then I'll factor a 5 out of the bottom here, and I'm left with 2 minus x. So there is my 0 over 0. So if I put the 2 into this, I get 2 minus 2, which is 0, 2 minus 2. So that's the part that I'm going to cancel right there. So that gets rid of my 0 over 0. My indeterminate form will no longer be after I cancel that. So I'm going to cancel this guy. So I cancel both of those. And now I'm ready for direct substitution. So I'm going to just rewrite this guy one more time. So I got 4 on top, 5, and then 4 plus square root of 4x plus 8. And then I put a 2 in. So where I see x, I put 2. 4 plus 4 times 2 plus 8. So I'm going to have 16 underneath the root here. So square root of 16 is 4. So I get 4 all over 5, 4 plus 4. So that's going to give me 4 over, and that's going to be times 8. So I can kind of reduce this down a little bit. So that's going to be, divide both of these by 4, so 1 over 10. That's what I end up with there. Alright, so there's my limit, 1 over 10. So that's a great example, guys. There was actually one on this. It's on the sample CPT, calculus placement test, that if you're in Newfoundland and you're doing that. This is like a common calc question, so make sure you know how to do the conjugate. I really hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in class. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter.